Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. It's your girl back with another update on a story that we have been covering for quite some time. This is trending news from out of my neck of the hood, based off of NIkko Jenkins, a American spree killer who was convicted of 4 murders. Please make sure you guys come on in and like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you happen to be new here, please, and thank you very much. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now, I'm not going to be on here long, so please make sure you guys like and share the video. I might be back a little later today to talk about a few things I saw in the B sector. But for right now, we're discussing trending news and real crime. And if I feel up to it after this, I'll come right back and discuss some B sector shit. But for those of y'all who might be interested in some trending news, some real true crime TV, for those of y'all who may know NIkko Jenkins, know of him, don't know him, whatever. But anyway, this is a true crime story from out of my neck of the hood. And again, this is going to be an update on NIkko, who has been on death row since like 2013. So over 10 years, NIkko Jenkins has been on death row, and he still hasn't been put down. In so many words. Now, NIkko Jenkins, again, is an American spree killer convicted of 4 murders committed in August 2013 over a 10-day period in Omaha, Nebraska. The murders occurred within a month after he had been released from prison after serving 10.5 years of an 18-year sentence for carjacking and assaults committed in prison. Jenkins was aided by his family members in some of the murders and later stated that he had committed the killings at the command of the ancient serpent god Adolphus or Apophis, something like that. He was found competent to stand trial, found guilty of the 4 murders, and sentenced to death. Now, for those y'all who might, again, have been following this story, y'all know I interviewed his ex-wife. We had 2 interviews, matter of fact. I interviewed his ex-wife maybe about, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. You know, of course, they from my neck of the hood, so, you know, she approached me, said she wanted to talk to me. She was putting a book out on their relationship and the downfall of their relationship, the downfall of NIkko Jenkins. So if y'all want to check those interviews out, please look in my video, my search button on my main community wall and type in NIkko Jenkins, and you'll come across the interview that I did with his wife. 2 interviews. What I'm about to do right now, make sure you guys like and share the video on your way in. But what I'm about to do right now is play a clip of, matter of fact, let me put his picture up here just for some of y'all who don't know who I'm talking about. Let me put his picture up here. Okay, so that's NIkko Jenkins. That's NIkko. So what I'm going to do is play a clip of a video that I did 6 years ago when I first started covering this story. Okay, now NIkko Jenkins is well known in my neck of the hood because he's from here. But I never started discussing him until 6 years ago. After he had first got, you know, convicted or was facing death penalty and things like that. And he was trying to say he was insane. And, you know, he was trying to get off of death row. So that's when we really started covering it. But back in the gap, when he had went to prison for like 10 years for all those assaults and shit like that and carjackings, I wasn't covering him then. I wasn't even a YouTuber then, you know, that far back. Because I didn't start doing YouTube to like 2000, I want to say 2016, 2017, something like that. That's when I started doing YouTube on my main channel. And then this channel, I started this channel in like 2019 or something like that. But anyway, so I'm going to play a little like 4-minute clip breaking down this NIkko Jenkins for those of y'all who have no idea who he is. And again, he's from my neck of the hood in the O&E. So let me go ahead and play this video. And I'm going to hit mute so y'all can hear it really well. I'm going to briefly, for those of y'all who are not in Omaha, who may have never heard of this NIkko Jenkins, but you probably have because it made national news for quite some time. He's a convicted murderer. He killed 4 people here in, you know, our city. And after going to trial and everything, he was sentenced to death row. Now, NIkko Jenkins, he has a long criminal history, a long criminal past. Starting at the age of 7, you know, he brought a loaded 25 caliber handgun to his elementary school. At age 11, I'm just giving you a little background about him. He was kicked out of a group home for repetitive violence. He had stopped attending school. By age 13, he had committed multiple assaults, including 1 knife assault. He was sent to prison in 2003 for 2 armed carjackings after spending time in a youth detention facility. So that was after spending time in a youth detention. While incarcerated, he was charged twice for a riot, which happened in 2006, as well as assaulting a prison guard while on furlough for his grandmother's funeral. So that just gives you a little background information about him. But as far as what he's in jail for now, he had committed 4 murders. You know, they occurred within a month. He was on they said, you know, he's an American spree killer. Because of the fact he committed 4 murders, all in Omaha, Nebraska. This was in August 2013, all within 1 month. A lot of you people who live in Omaha, especially if you're from the hood, you know exactly who this person is. You might be related to him. You might be a friend of them. You know who I'm talking about, NIkko Jenkins. But the murders that he committed, all 4 of them, he committed them after he had been released from prison. He was in prison for 10.5 years. He was supposed to be in there for 21 years, but he served 10.5 years due to the carjacking, you know, committed at age 15, and for the assaults, you know, committed in prison. If anything you guys remember or probably have not forgotten or can associate with this NIkko Jenkins is the fact that he tried to plead insane. Him and his lawyer tried to use the insanity plea. You know, he has always said that he serves this ancient god, this ancient serpent god by the name of Apophis. I hope I'm saying that right. Apophis. But the judge was like, you ain't about to play crazy up in here. You ain't about to. And he did a lot of crazy stuff too. When that was going on back then, you know, they were saying a lot of things that he was doing, you know, as far as, you know, him and, you know, talking crazy, just outside of his head, you know, he really tried it. He really tried it, the insanity plea, but it didn't work. So anyway, he got sentenced to death row. And you know, some people have said, you know, okay, so he's getting made. Okay, you guys. And yes, please make sure you guys is liking and sharing the video. That was just a little clip from a throwback video I did when I was covering this in like 6 years ago. So I just wanted to play y'all like 4 minutes, you know, break down exactly who we talking about here. He is a monster. He is demented. We do think that he has mental issues. Now, the reason for the update today is because over the years, again, he's been in prison for a long time. He was in prison for 10.5 years, supposed to serve 20 something. When he was in prison, what y'all didn't hear from that video, because I didn't play all of it, but what y'all didn't hear was when he was in prison serving those 20 something years, he kept telling the prison and the judge, when they were saying they're going to release his ass early, he begged them. He said, please don't let me out. Please don't let me out. Look at this man, y'all, from my city. Look at this man from my city. Look at him. Look at him. I'm going to show you a picture of his face now. But when I tell you, this man is very psychotic. He's very controlling. He's very manipulative. He's a gaslighter. He's a narcissist. When I interviewed his wife a couple of years ago, part 1 and part 2, again, look up those interviews if you're interested. Just look up NIkko Jenkins under my search bar on my community wall, and you'll find those videos. But when she was with him, all the stuff on her face, on his face, he made her put stuff on her face too. All over her body, all over her arms, her neck. She even had lips. Like serpent lips, like skull, not serpent lips, like skull lips. You know how skull teeth is, real square and chiclet like. It looked like, on her lips was like chiclet like teeth or something like that. She had like marks all over, just tattoos all over her face, both sides of her face. And over the years, she has tried really hard and worked really hard getting the tattoos off of her face because she really wants to truly be disassociated with him. But that was his wife who came on a couple of years ago to tell us their story, how she met him, their relationship, how he pulled guns on her numerous times, how she was scared for her life, and how she was even there on one of the incidents where he was shooting it up and all that kind of shit when he was going on that killing spree, right? So we did get an opportunity to talk to her. That was a really good interview a couple of years ago. Again, if you want to check that out, just look up NIkko Jenkins in my search bar and you'll find those interviews. But the update to this is a couple years back, NIkko Jenkins was trying to plead guilty. His lawyer and attorney was like, yeah, he's mentally insane. They tried to insanity plea. It didn't work the first time. But then after being in there for some years, the judge was considering it. Then the fool changed his mind and said, nah, I don't want to do that. Just kill me. Just kill me. Then he came back and he was like, nah, I want to take that back. Take that back. That's what he was trying to do. So I'm going to let y'all watch a couple of news clips because this shit has been going back and forth for years and years. He's insane. He's not insane. He's insane. No, I want to die. Just kill me. No, I don't want to die. I don't want you to kill me. I want to plead insane again. So this shit is like, you know what? When this shit finally happened, and I do believe that they're finally going to take his ass up out of here on death row. I know a Lifetime movie, something is in the waiting for his ass. The only reason why I think a movie haven't been done on NIkko Jenkins yet is because he's still alive and he's still on death row. So of course they want to wait to see what the final ruling is going to be on this insanity thing. And if the judge deems that he is indeed insane, because the thing about it is, if you're insane, even if you have been convicted, even if you've been convicted on death row, they can still overturn that. Right now, they got money and shit trying to get a brain doctor to work with him and figure out, diagnose him and see if he's really mentally insane. Because let me play. I'm gonna go in order, okay? The first little news story clip I'm gonna play you guys from March 2005, and it's gonna go up until right now. So this is the oldest one. I'm about to play this one. Let me blow it up real big. And again, you guys, please make sure you liking and sharing the video. Okay. And again, this video, let me rewind it because okay. Let me make it big. Okay, I'm going to hit mute so y'all can hear really good.
Exclusive, an Omaha spree killer demands to be put to death. NIkko Jenkins wants his murder appeals to stop.
First Alert 6 investigator Brian Mastry is live with the likelihood of that to happen. Aaron, John, this is NIkko Jenkins' handwritten document that he filed with Douglas County District Court this week. It says, in part, I no longer desire to appeal the death sentence imposed upon me. He demands an execution date be set, and for Nebraska Corrections to put him to death. In 2013, NIkko Jenkins pleaded with anyone who would listen, from prosecutors to judges, to keep him locked up. He complained corrections staff during his 10 years in prison, starting as a teen for carjacking, never addressed his mental health. He said he feared he would kill if he was let out. He did. 4 people shot dead in 10 days in Omaha. Several Jenkins family members went to prison for helping him. Now that NIkko Jenkins has asked the courts to stop the appeals and execute him, attorneys tell First Alert 6 Investigates that's not so simple. For one, because it's a death penalty case, the system has built-in guardrails to make sure every appeal is exhausted. In fact, his attorneys asked a local judge last fall to earmark $50,000 to study his mental health, all the way back to when he was a kid. Secondly, Nebraska doesn't have a way to really carry out a death sentence. While the state's method is lethal injection, Corrections has trouble getting the drugs to carry it out because the drug makers of the assigned cocktail don't want their products associated with executions. There are 11 men on death row. The oldest case goes back to 1993 in John Lauder, and most of these precede NIkko Jenkins' case, and corrections usually starts with those who've been there the longest when it comes to carrying out a death sentence. We have 8 here. There are 3 others that have been sentenced to death. These individuals were responsible for the Norfolk bank robbery that killed 5 people in 2002. Nebraska's last execution took place in 2018. I'm Brian Mastry, First Alert 6.
So that's what I was getting to, you guys. And hey, my beautiful sis, Slow and Candy Cane. How y'all doing, love? Thank you for letting people know to like and share the video and hit the Cash App. But what I was getting at was, when he was in prison the first time, serving the 20, and they let him out, he was begging and begging them, saying, please don't let me out. Please don't let me out because I'm going to kill somebody. He was begging them when he was in prison, serving the 20, when they let him out in 10 and a half. The reason why he was begging them was, as you heard the newsman say, he never been really mentally dealt with by doctors or therapists or counselors or, psychotherapists. Like he's always had a problem with him mentally, he believed, and that's why he was acting on these things. He was in foster care. He used to bring knives to school. He was always fighting. He brought guns to school. There's all kind of things, carjacking, and then, assaulting people, went to prison, assaulting people in prison, assaulting guards. He's always had like an issue and anger problems and things like that. So when they said, when he was first serving at 20-something years, we're going to let you go early, he begged them. NIkko Jenkins begged them. He said, please do not let me out of here. Please, y'all need to deal with my mental capacity. And the judge let him go anyway. And what happened? What happened was he went on a killing spree. And these are his victims. These are his victims right here. 13 years ago, Andrea Kruger was found deceased near 168th and 4th Street in Northwest Omaha. That's quite a bit of ways from me because I'm down in the hood. That's way, way out in the burbs. She was a wife and a mother driving home from work when she was carjacked and murdered simply because her killer wanted her car. Now, for those of y'all who might be in my neck of the hood, y'all remember when he took her car, he took her and then he drove her somewhere and then he unalived her and then he got back in her car and he went on to kill other people in the same month. So after he did that, they connected her death to 3 others that same month: Juan Pena, Jorge Ruiz, and Curtis Bradford. Kruger was the 4th and final victim of serial killer NIkko Jenkins. Jenkins had previously served time for a violent carjacking he committed at the age of 15 years old. That was after he was released from juvie, remember? Then he was released early after begging them to not let him out of jail because he said, I'm going to kill again. And then shortly thereafter, he went on a murderous rampage, killing these four victims. This was 13 years ago. The boy had all kind of issues when he was young, in school, in juvie, went to prison, got out, murdered 4 people, went to prison, tried to plead insanity. The judge said no. Now he's like, I don't want to plead insanity, just off me. And the judge is like, I don't know. His judge is like, please don't his lawyer is like, please don't listen to NIkko, judge. He's off his rocker. He don't know what he's talking about. He's mentally unstable. He needs, they need to look at his brain. His attorney is begging the judge, do not listen to this man saying that he wants to he just wants to go now. Just unalive him. Send him to death row now. So then there was a new hearing. Let me put this down. And oh yeah, before I do that, let me just backtrack this a little bit. Did y'all see?
Imposed upon one who would listen from He said Jenkins has asked the courts to stop the appeals and execute him. Attorneys tell $50,000 to study his.
There. That's a close-up look. Can y'all see that really good? That's a close-up look. I said I was hoping I can get y'all a real close-up look of his face. Before y'all saw a picture of his face, this picture right here, that's the front. That's the side. He got all kind of words all over his head, his forehead, his jaw, all over his entire body. And then when he married his wife, the lady we interviewed a couple of years ago, she has all kind of tattoos all over her too, all over her lips, around her lips, all everywhere. And she has been working for years trying to get those tattoos off of her because he forced her to get tattoos all over her face. They was gonna be a match, a perfect match from tattoos and everything. He looked you remember this, Mr. Boston? He looks very demonic, and he is. Don't nobody fuck with that child. Don't nobody fuck with that family, period, here. Don't nobody fuck with their family, period. They have a long history of violent people in their family. I'm talking all the way back to the grandfathers, the great-grandfathers, the great-great. Look up, if y'all got time, look up his history. I'm telling y'all, don't nobody fuck with that family here. Nobody. When he was arrested for killing those 4 people, his family members helped him. He had some of his family members, including his sister, helped. Including his sister. So yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. But yeah, he was pleading and saying, then he told the judge, I don't want to die. Now he's like, fuck that. Just take me out of here. I don't even want to do the insanity thing anymore. Okay. So now that was the video I showed y'all from what was that, March, I said? So let me show the next video. This is from September. This is from, like I said, this man, it's like, depending on the day is, I want to die. No, I don't want to die. I'm insane. No, I'm not insane. All right, let me pull this up for you guys. This is from September last year.
Tonight, another chapter in the case of an Omaha spree killer. Good evening. I'm Brian Mastery. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day. First Alert 6 Investigates has learned a hearing is scheduled for next month to determine whether NIkko Jenkins can't be put to death because of his brain. In March, NIkko Jenkins wrote a handwritten letter to the courts begging for the appeals to stop. He asked the system to finally put him to death for his 4 murders in 2013.
I'll make a decision on that.
A month later, as he appeared on video in this Douglas County District courtroom from death row in Tecumseh, he changed his mind.
Withdraw it, is that correct?
Judge Peter Battalion declined to order a mental evaluation based on what was before him. Now this. Days ago, Jenkins' attorneys filed a motion for experts to examine their client to determine if his intellectual capacity makes him ineligible for the death penalty because of the Eighth Amendment prohibiting cruel and unusual punishment. Years ago, a forensic psychologist concluded Jenkins was faking aspects of mental illness. Douglas County Attorney Don Klein has echoed that repeatedly and again at the last hearing.
He has mental health issues. The question was he so mentally ill that he didn't understand what was going on, which we don't think he is. And the other one part was, did he know and understand what he was doing at the time he did it, which we believe he did.
Over the years, the victims' families have called Jenkins an attention seeker and pure evil. His legal team now says Jenkins' mental state is getting worse, that he hasn't had an IQ test in a decade, and they need funding for a brain psychologist because they believe he's intellectually disabled now and exempt from the death penalty. The judge will hear arguments from both sides on whether Jenkins needs more evaluation in October.
Hey, Deanna. Hey, Sugar Wooger. How you doing, love? Y'all, he's faking. He's faking. He's faking it. He keeps flip-flopping. I'm insane. I'm not insane. I really think the dude just wants to be taken out of here. I really do think that he wants them to unalive him as quickly as possible. The dude has been incarcerated damn near since 10 years old. When he was here, because Tecumseh is still in our state, but it's just a little bit ways from the city. When he was in the city, he was in and out of jail and in and out of prison from the time he was like 10, 11, 12. This shit, the serial spree, the killing spree, that happened in 2013. So that was what, 13, 14, 15, 16. That was 13 years ago. Yeah, that was 13 years ago. So just imagine before 13 years ago when he killed those 4 people, he was in prison for 10 and a half years. Then before that, he was in juvie. So he's literally been locked up and incarcerated his whole motherfucking life. Somebody like that, you definitely do not want to let back out on the streets again. Yes, since he was like 10 years old. He took a gun to school when he was 7. Child. He was taking knives and guns to school in grade school. He was whooping ass and taking names and doing all kind of shit in high school. Then at the age of 15, he got sentenced to 20-something years at 15 for 2 really bad carjackings. And then when the judge said, we're going to let you out 10 years early, he begged them, please don't let me out. Please, judge, please, I'm going to kill somebody. No sooner than they let that motherfucker out, he went on a 10-day killing spree and killed 4 people. 4 people. That's who he killed. Right there. Curtis Bradford, Jorge Ruiz, Juan Pena, Andrea Kruger. Andrea was the last one. She was the last one. He carjacked her, took her car, drove her somewhere, unalived her, left her on the fucking curb, unalived her, threw her out the car, and took off in her car. They let him out because he kept, now that's the thing, Deanna. I honestly can't remember. I can't remember if it was because, there was a period of time when people was getting out of jail early, good behavior, things like that. I don't know if they had too many people in the prison. I don't know, because when he got let out, it was 2 carjackings. So it was no murders back then. It was 2 carjackings, but still that was after juvie and after all kind of other shit. So maybe they was like, he carjacked a few niggas. We need the room. We need the space. We need the space. Let's put him out of here. I can't believe they put him out. Can't nobody believe they put him out. And I'm telling you, when I say within a month from the time he got out, he was right back in jail after killing those 4 people right there. So now let's look at the next news segment, y'all. This is from today. This is the newest update from today. So I have to take y'all back in time a little bit, because if y'all ain't from here, or if y'all ain't been following this story, then y'all, have no idea what's really going on. But a lot of people when I say this is like worldwide news, not hood news, Not trending news across the U.S. This is worldwide. Everybody knows who the fuck NIkko Jenkins is. This motherfucker crazy. Cray. So let me go and put this one. This is the newest one. This is from today. Let me hit mute. You know what? I took that off of there because I just realized I forgot that was a quiet video, no sound. They was just showing like him in court doing a virtual Zoom with the judge and with his attorneys and with the prosecutors, you know, with the state. So I'm gonna just read what the article says because there's no sound from that. I forgot. So it says this is published today, y'all, 5 hours ago. It says Omaha spree killer NIkko Jenkins was back in Douglas County District via video conference Tuesday morning. In court, Judge Peter Battalion weighed whether to accept a motion Jenkins filed himself to dismiss his post-conviction release case in Nebraska, while Jenkins' attorneys argue this is the second time. Because remember, he asked for to be mentally unstable, plead insanity, right? Let me delete that, close that video. At first, he tried to plead insanity. The judge was like, no. Then he came back and said, you know what? Fuck the insanity plea. Just unalive me. Then he came back saying, you know, the same thing. We just watched the last video. He needs to have some mental brain people. They want brain people, specialists to look at his ass. Now he's on here saying, I don't want the post-conviction relief case. Now, for those of y'all who don't know what a post-conviction relief case is, that's basically if somebody's already convicted of a crime, be it life in prison, be it death row. Basically, it's a relief case where they can do further mental evaluations if they think the person is insane. Like right now, they're trying to get brain doctors. This ain't every day where they have a brain doctor come in and, you know, try to diagnose somebody or see if they really, you know, if they ain't got it all upstairs, if they really don't. Like y'all saw NIkko when the judge said, are you sure that you want us to dismiss this? And he was like, yeah. He just sitting there with his head leaning on the side. Yeah. Like, I think that motherfucker just want to go. Me specifically, I think he just want to go. But these cases often leverage mental health evaluations to argue that untreated conditions contributed to the criminal behavior, enabling the court to provide specialized community-based care rather than, in this particular case, death row. Now, when NIkko was sentenced to 20.5 years, y'all heard me say it, y'all heard the news say it. He begged the judge to keep him in jail because he said to the judge, nobody has really treated me since a youth. And he understood he got problems, but I think what it is, he knows his problems are so bad that he just wants to be taken out. But his attorney still keeps fighting for them not to unalive him and to take him off death row. And it's coming to the point where when is the attorney just going to be like, okay, motherfucker, you want to die? All right, I'm done. I'm tired of fighting for you. I'm tired of going up to bat for you. I'm tired of getting them to plead you insane because the judge, I mean, everybody know this nigga insane. But if somebody's telling you, I don't want you to go on with the case of insanity, just unalive me, you know, the judge is like, hey, if that's what he wants to do. And I'm sure the judge, now this is Nebraska, y'all, aka Nebraska. If y'all don't know about it, you better ask somebody. Nebraska, aka Nebraska, okay? That the judge probably wants his ass taken the fuck out of here. Like, just let him go. Just put him in the back. You know how they used to do it back in the day, and they still do it in some countries. Just line them up, have a whole bunch of people with shotguns or, you know, 357s, whatever, 22s, whatever. Just take his ass on out of here. I'm sure that's probably he in Tecumseh. This is man. Yeah. See, I know how it is here. I know how born and raised. I know how it is here. But yeah, so that's the latest update. That's the latest update. Now, I guess they gonna get the brain doctor, do some more evaluations. I don't know, but for like the last 8 years, it has been the position of the state that he was not capable of making decisions regarding his health in general. That's what his defense attorney has said. That's what his defense attorney keeps saying. But NIkko Jenkins, every other year, I don't want y'all to take that plea. I just want to go out of here. Just kill me. Just kill me. So, I don't know, child. I don't know what's going to happen now. But I know the family of these victims is probably like, the fuck? Just off his ass. I know that's probably how. I know the family is probably going through it every time his ass show up in court, and they keep flip flopping this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know his family is like, this shit has to end. The pain and suffering that the family is going through, this shit has to end. He been in custody since 2013 for these 4 murders, and he's been on death row at Tecumseh State since 2017. And a few months ago, his legal team said his mental state is just getting worse. Now, when they did get, now you heard in the news report, they said that he hasn't had an IQ test in over a decade. When he first had an IQ test years ago, it was it was like grade school. It was very, very low. Very, very low. And after being in prison for all these years, you know the IQ test is probably even lower. It's probably at 0.99. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know of the updates, especially for the people in my neck of the hood. You said they have a death row state, not a board. Look, child. That was a death row stare. Yes. They need to stop wasting the taxpayers' money, Candy, and get rid of his ass. Like, seriously, get rid of his ass. And that's what I'll be writing to the judge all the goddamn time. Like, what the fuck? Just finish it. You know what I'm saying? Just finish it. But yeah, I mean, when I say his family, some of them is crazy. One of the people who helped him do these murders was his sister. His sister right now is in York, which is about, let's see, how far is York from here? York is probably, I want to say maybe an hour or so from here. Because I remember when we used to visit my little brother when he was out in, damn, where the fuck was he at? It was some youth facility, some correctional center past York. And I remember we used to pass York to go to him. And that was like an hour and a half. So yeah, York is about an hour or so away. But anyway, she's serving a life sentence. He got the death penalty because of all his prior convictions and murder sentences. His sister, one of the siblings or one of the family members that helped him on this killing spree, she asked to change her name, y'all. She participated in some of the murders, y'all. Why this girl asked to change her name to Illuminati e-goddess Erica Prestige? Her name is Erica Jenkins, his sister. She asked the judge and them there y'all, to change her name to Illuminati e-goddess Erica Prestige. When I say these motherfuckers got issues, he worshiping ancient serpents and shit named Apophis, and she wants her name changed legally to Illuminati e-goddess Erica Prestige. She's serving life in prison. You know what? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Linda B, how you doing, love? The family is all. I was telling people earlier that they have some of the worst criminals in their family from this neck of the hood. all the way back to their great greats. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. But Deanna was on my post earlier, child. Thank you for dropping the Cash App, boo. But Deanna, and hey, Vibrant, how you doing, love? Hey, baby. How you doing, beautiful? Deanna had commented on one of my videos earlier because, you know, I had to give y'all little updates on our girl Lavern, okay? So Lavern had a little altercation with the let me pull this video. Here's another clip, y'all. I played it earlier. But Lavern then had an altercation with Terence Crawford, you know, the boxer, the champion. Both of them from the hood, both of them from here. Now, y'all know Lavern, she done had her share of shit going down in the O&E over the years. Over the years, that's why her ass don't even live here anymore. She was like, fuck y'all motherfuckers. I'm leaving this bitch. I ain't coming back. I'm going to start a whole new life somewhere else. But every now and then she comes back because she still has family here. You know, she got children here. She got grandkids. So every now and then she'll come back. But just recently, Lavern, who always attends like the, not all of the fights, but she always tried to attend the Clarissa Shields fights. And she's been going to the last few and been going to the last few events, you know, with Clarissa Shields. And, Bud Crawford, as most of y'all know, him and Clarissa is cool. You know, they in the same industry. They support each other's fights. They always there for each other. Clarissa was up in our hood like maybe 3 or 4 times last year. And when I say in the hood, because Terence Crawford still got a crib in the hood, right up the street from his store where he sells his clothing and merchandise, right in the hood, right off the Deuce 4. Where we celebrate Omaha Day every 2 years. But anyway, so the altercation happened a few days ago at the Clarissa Shields fight. Now, I played y'all a little clip the other day of one of the issues that Lavern and Crawford had in the past. It happened to go down in court. She had tried to copyright some of his shit. In hindsight, that shit was funny as fuck. A lot of people was like, bitch, you got the nerves. You got the galls. This reminds me of how Johnny Mac had did 5A. Like, just took her shit, took her name. But, you know, they was in court, back and forth in court for like 2 years. And then finally it got settled out of court, right? So Lavern and Terence Crawford ain't really had no parts of each other in a minute, right? So then, just the other day at the Clarissa Shields fight, Lavern was in her area. She was right behind Boosie, y'all. I ain't playing the video because Boosie was in front of her in some red fur, but Lavern got his music playing on her video. You know, after she recorded it, she uploaded it, she played his music. You know, I can't remember if it's Boosie Bad. I can't remember what song it is that she got on the video, but I don't want to get no copyright and lose my monetization. That's why I won't show you the video of her sitting behind Boosie. But the videos that I have been showing y'all is of the altercation. And here's another clip. Here's another clip, y'all. You said she be doing the most, but I promise you, Deanna, she's been in her own lane. She's down there, okay, you know, Oklahoma, not fucking with nobody up here, staying out the way. And then she run into this nigga at the Clarissa Shields fight. She was minding her own business, y'all. Over there in her own section with her peoples, sitting behind Boosie, enjoying the fight. And here comes Terence Crawford coming across the room. She said he must have came over to her like 3-4 times, just taunting her and, you know, antagonizing her because they have history. They got a little bad blood. Now, mind you, they did have a little situationship too back in the day. Mind you. Clip of that as well. Let me hit mute.
Oh, my mama, fuck you, nigga. Oh, my kids, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hold on. Hey. Where my shit? A Louis Vuitton bag, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Look at her.
She went her purse, but we can try to backtrace and find her purse, but we want to get her up out of here.
Then you got your kid doing that shit. You are ignorant. He got his kid flicking me out. Where is my sheet? Now he's saying it's down there. Y'all don't let him take my stuff in.
Y'all didn't let him do nothing, okay?
We don't even know. Look, that's his badass son. That's his badass. I'm gonna have somebody beat your ass up.
Now I uploaded some other videos earlier, but again, she was not. She was minding her business that day. She was being good, y'all. Lavern was being good. But from the video, people in the hood is like, oh, she's stalking him. She's stalking him. But Lavern had to post some other footage of her at other events with Clarissa Shields. She was like, I ain't stalking him. I came out like everybody else to see the fight. I came out like everybody else to see the fight. Ain't nobody stalking his ass. But yeah, and then y'all see the females from Baddies. Y'all see Big Lex? Deanna, you know her, right? I think you follow Baddies. But yeah, Big Lex was right there in the front. Because some of the footage came from Big Lex. She posted it on her IG. And that's how it went viral. Then Lavern started posting shit on her shit. So it started going viral again. So with between the two of the ladies, Big Lex and Lavern posting the shit started going viral. Now, about the bag. She had a Louis Vuitton bag. It had her passport, all her important shit in there. And I guess when he came over there, she said he took her bag. He took her bag because she said he was taunting me and just acting an ass. And then in some of the video clips, even his son was flicking her off. His son, the one who just won state wrestling. I played y'all that video yesterday of his son who won state here. And again, shout out to his son. But you hear her say he got his son doing that because Terence Crawford was flicking her off and giving her the middle finger. And his son, who's very young, was doing the same thing. He was flicking her off. And she's like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I got shit to do with you. This is between us. Why is you allowing your son, who's very, very young, to be disrespectful and flicking off a grown-ass woman? But anyway, they was looking for the bag and everything. And they couldn't find her bag. And she said he walked off and kept walking off. And he came back and handed her bag. And she was like, I told y'all he had my bag. I told y'all he had my motherfucking bag. That's what happened. That's what happened. What up, Smooth Carter? What's up? Girl, you all always been all kind of shit. All kind of shit. Who was that? Who panel did I see you on the other day? Was it Shush Trish? Was it Shush Trish? I think that's where I saw you the other day. And you had got into it. You was getting into it with somebody in the chat or something. You always in some shit, Smooth Carter. But yeah, you said they better leave me alone. Oh man. But yeah, so that's the updates. Let me read y'all what was it YTC? Oh, I knew it was somewhere. But let me read these posts that Lavern put on her page. She made 2 recent posts recently. 8 hours ago, she said, good morning, everyone. I really hate that I have to come on here to defend myself. The fact that everyone took a 10-second clip and came up with their own version of what happened is insane. This is the same video, but it was recorded from my phone at a different angle. This man, referring to Terence Crawford, the fighter, this man was way across the room and decided to come back to further taunt me after he had taken my purse and wouldn't give it back. My passport and everything was in that Louis Vuitton bag. He acted like a damn donkey. I mean, I had mixed feelings. I didn't know if he missed me or if he still hated me. The way he kept coming over there by me, shaking my head. I'll drop a few videos in the comment that y'all didn't see. And the worst part of it all was his son, him allowing his son to get in grown folks' business, flicking me off and talking as if he was an adult. Y'all need to check your kids when it comes to them talking reckless to adults. And yes, I did tell his little behind that he was bad and need to stay in a child's place. But if the dad is allowing it and thinking it's funny, then the child is going to continue to display those behaviors. I really dislike that y'all are trying to act like I was stalking Terence Crawford. Laugh out loud. Y'all are too funny. I don't care what y'all say. He loves me and I love him. And then she put a whole bunch of laugh out loud faces and said, I'm just kidding. And then the next post she posted, where is it? Oh, she said, let me talk about how this man took me for court for 2 years. I mean, cost me tens of thousands of dollars. He wanted to silence me from letting the world know who he really is. He's literally trying to tell people I'm stalking him. Oh, he done really messed up now. Fuck an NDA. I'm about to tell my story. Child. Lavern, you need to come back over to the hood table, child. Now, you know, we got like 11 videos of us interviewing Lavern. All y'all got to do is look up the playlist. My friend, her husband, my man. Look at that playlist on my videos and you'll start from the very beginning. Go back as far as you can. I'm telling y'all, that's one playlist that I can never get enough of. I go back sometimes and I watch my own playlist. I'll be like, I can't believe that damn Lavern. She is a hoot. She is a character. And when we interviewed her and the wife and the husband that she was fucking with, oh my God. And when his ass came on my show talking about, I want to tell my side of the story. Yeah, I cheated, but that was a mess, y'all. I know Deanna and Sislo. I know y'all remember that shit. That was an epic ass interview. But girl, see, that's what y'all, a lot of y'all who don't know me, y'all think I just be over here doing B sector content. Your girl be all in the beeswax, okay? I got some of the best interviews over in this motherfucker, and that's hands down. Not just interviewing people in the B sector, like interviewing peoples. Like who all to interview NIkko Jenkins' wife? I'm listening. I done interviewed a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of big stories. I done broken news around this bitch where the news people was calling me up, hitting me up, DMing me, begging me, can they use some of my clips from the hood table? You said that was a whole hot mess. Yes, it was. Yes, that chat was on fire when we interviewed the husband and the wife. Girl, they was tearing his ass up. They was tearing his ass up. You said, no, they be messing with me. They go, nah, Smooth Carter, please, Smooth Carter, don't do it. Don't do it, Smooth Carter. Smooth Carter, I'm going to need you to go, and I'm going to need you to chill, and I'm going to put you in timeout, Smooth. I'm going to put you in timeout. Don't come out of that corner, Smooth, until I tell you, okay? You know how they be doing in school. Don't you come out that corner, Smooth Carter. I'm going to call your mama. Don't have me get your grandma. Don't go with grandma. But nah, you said we might as well work. Y'all was working overtime. I remember that day I had hit up Deanna. I had hit you up. I said, y'all, there's going to be a lot of people in the chat tonight. I'm not going to be able to pay attention because I'm doing this big interview. Is y'all going to be able to moderate? I remember I hit you and Deanna up. And y'all was like, bitch, I'm there. But yeah, that was a good interview. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. I did say I might come back and do a little B sector content. Sislo, you're supposed to still be doing a show too. I don't know if you're still planning on doing a show where I'm supposed to come over to your platform and assist you with your commentary, but feel free to let me know in the back chat. You know, we talk personally behind the scenes. So, but let me know if you're interested still in going live, and, you know, let me know when and what time and all that jazz. But I'm about to get off of here. There is one video that I still want to finish watching. I did watch a little bit of Shush Trish. Shush Trish had like a 5-hour video the other night, and Lemon was on there, and Krista was on there. Oh my God, Lemon was, oh my God. He was going in on Krista. Child. He was going in on Krista. That was crazy, y'all. That's crazy work. That Lemon. And then he's on like his 5th channel. People keep threatening to take away this one too. They're gonna take away the new one. They're gonna take away the next one. That nigga, I told y'all when y'all Lemon needs to just start his own website. Can't nobody take away your domain. Hurry up, Lemon, and get that domain before somebody else get it in their name. You need to get a domain and do like Tasha K and a lot of other content creators and charge people a membership to view the videos on your damn website. And you can still use StreamYard and you can use other applications and shit like that, I'm sure, to be able to add people on your panel and all that shit. But Lemon really needs to get his own domain, his own website, Lemon Land, Big Lemon Land, Big Lemon Land, whatever. But get that website, get that domain. It don't cost that much to buy the domain. The price gonna come with you having somebody build that damn website. And I have to do it too. So it can be pretty pricey depending on how technical you want it or how fancy you want it, how high profile or low profile or whatever. I don't know all the terms when it comes to doing a website. But I got a pretty simplistic website. I wanted my website, the person who created mine, I wanted it to not be so over the top. I want it to be like bam, bam, bam. Click here for this. Click here for that. Click here for this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want it to be just all over the place. A whole bunch of just bullshit. A whole bunch of pop-ups all over the place. I didn't want my shit like that. Now, once I start working back on my website like I used to do, eventually I'm going to get sponsors and I'm going to get people so I can play like little commercials and things like that. But I don't want it to just be, I hate websites where every fucking thing you click on is a pop-up or you can't view this without viewing this, or I just don't want all that shit on there. So the person who made mine, they made it exactly how I wanted it. Exactly how I wanted it. And so now I just got to get me a few sponsors. Might start in the hood, start with some of the local, maybe restaurants or local vendors or local small business owners, you know, things like that, radio stations, you know, start like that and try to find somebody who can do a little advertising on my internet website. But yeah, Lemon, that might be your best bet because can't nobody take your website, honey. I know you like YouTube. We all do. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. You said your internet be bugging. We had a terrible police shooting here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I hate to hear that. Oh. Anyway, prayer to your community, boo. I know y'all be having that D-Town area. I know y'all be having a lot of shit going on. A lot of the stories I be covering be out of your neck of the woods. I'll be like, damn. But yeah, so you guys, you'll send me, okay, thank you. Send me the clip. And if you want to discuss it or go live on your panel, you know you can always hit me up. But other than that, you guys, please make sure you like and share the video. Now, what I'm going to do, I am going to cut Lavern's part and Terence Crawford out this video. And I'm going to create another video solely for that portion so that I can keep this NIkko Jenkins update all by itself. So I am going to cut that out and I'm going to upload and post that by itself. But you guys, please make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not subscribed, please, and thank you very much. Feel free to hit the Cash App, $ the Hood Table 402. You said it was a city near here? Oh, wow. Yeah, please send me the clip. But yes, if you want to donate to the commentary or to the platform, please make sure you send a Cash App to the Hood Table 402. Also, you can always hit up the Super Chat as well or donate to the goals. If the spirit moves you, of course. But other than that, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.